Welcome back, viewers. We've got some breaking news coming in right now on the broadcast in connection to the Calcutta High Court shocker over a sexual assault case. The Supreme Court has now taken a stern view of the High Court order, which had gone ahead and said that every female must control their urges. Now, this was the shocking remark that had come in from the Calcutta High Court, in fact, and the High Court had acquitted the accused in the sexual assault case, and the Supreme Court has now come out hard on it. They've said that it's very wrong to write such judgments, and the Supreme Court is now set to hear the Bengal government's plea on January 12th. This was the Supreme Court who had taken a suo motu cognizance of the Calcutta High Court judgment, which had observed that every female adolescent should be able to control her urge, as in the eyes of the society, she will be the loser when she gives in to the pleasure. This was, of course, a shocker of a judgment that had come in from the Calcutta High Court, and the Supreme Court had taken a suo motu cognizance of the matter, and right now it's talking tough on the matter, and it is all set to hear the Bengal government's plea on January 12th. The Supreme Court clearly mentioning that this is a very, very wrong precedent to write such judgments, and of course referring to the Calcutta High Court order, which had sent shockwaves across the nation. The language of the judgment that had also been discussed widely and being criticized by multiple sources, and right now it's the Supreme Court that has acted tough on it. The Supreme Court is also to hear Bengal government's plea, and the Calcutta High Court had in fact been under a lot of attack as far as the order was concerned. My colleague Harish joins us on the broadcast to get us more information on this. Harish, this was a shocker that had come in from the Calcutta High Court, and now it's the Supreme Court that is talking tough. Help us understand what the Supreme Court has said, and also what will be the next course of action as far as the order is concerned.
Yes, that's right. The Supreme Court was hearing a case wherein it had taken suo motu cognizance of remark of Calcutta High Court in an October 18 judgment while acquitting a youth accused of kidnap and sexual assault that every female adolescent needs to control sexual urge, as in the eyes of the society she is the loser when she gives in to enjoy the sexual pleasure of hardly 2 minutes. So Supreme Court on December 8, while issuing notices, State of West Bengal accused and the victim girl said that many parts of the judgment were highly objectionable and completely unwarranted and prima facie in complete violation of the right to adolescent under consent. But today, senior advocate Huzaifa Ahmadi for West Bengal government said state has already filed an appeal in the Supreme Court against the acquitted and observations, and Justice Oak said that, okay, then we will hear the suo motu matter along with the SLP in which we are issuing notice. We will post the matter for next Friday, and Supreme Court once again observed that don't know from where these concepts come from, what kind of principles these judges are coming out with. It's very wrong to write such judgment. So once again, Supreme Court expressing surprise regarding these observations, and already said earlier that these comments coming from the bench of a High Court is highly objectionable and completely unwarranted. So as of now, today's order is that state has filed an appeal against the judgment, and this suo motu matter and the appeal will be heard together next Friday. Back to you.
Right, Harish, appreciate you joining us on the broadcast there with all these details. Viewers, this is the shocking update that had come in from the Calcutta High Court. In fact, the order had sent shockwaves across the nation. The Calcutta High Court had said that adolescent girls should control their sexual urges, and that adolescent boys should also respect young girls. In fact, not just did it involve this particular shocking order, but also the Calcutta High Court had acquitted the young man who had been convicted of raping a minor girl with whom he was involved. And the Supreme Court is now talking tough on the matter, and will of course wait for the further proceedings to occur and understand what exactly will be the action taken by the Supreme Court.